Welcome back to Adventures with Rosie, and our West Coast adventure continues. We're now on Fox Glacier. Franz? It's Franz Joseph Glacier. There you go. So there are two glaciers down here on the West Coast, Franz Joseph and Fox. We're at Franz Joseph. We've been chilling out here for a few days now already.
Yeah, it's been raining on and off, so we've finally got a clear afternoon and we're going to go check out the glacier.
Yeah, so it gets a lot of rain this area. It's pretty beautiful, like lush native bush, but we're sick of being inside, as you can imagine. And so we're going to go and check out the first glacier. You can't get all the way to the glacier anymore, eh?
No, not unless you're doing the heli hike tours, which we can't do with kids. So.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a viewing area up here. Apparently it's half an hour return walk, and you're about 2 kilometers, I think it said, from the bottom of the glacier. So we'll see what we can see, and check out the first of 2 glaciers in the area. So Chelsea and I actually visited one of these glaciers in the past. We did a West Coast trip, pre-kids.
Yeah.
Camper van. We hired a camper van.
My old boss gave us a week's worth of hire for our wilderness campers, so we came down here for a snowboarding trip.
Bit of a Christmas present from her boss, which was cool. The whole time we were on the West Coast, it rained. We're pretty sure we came to one glacier, but we can't remember which one. The road seemed different than I remember.
Yeah.
Might have to try and dig up some old photos, but the lady at the dock site was basically saying to us that the stream here and the paths change like every 5 years. When they get a flood, all their bridges and paths will wash out, and so it keeps sort of changing. So yeah, been here before, don't remember any of it. Looks a lot different. Alright, so this is Franz Joseph Glacier behind me. You can just kind of see the top of it. You used to be able to walk right up to the base of it, but this river actually changed its layout, I guess, if you want to say that, a while back, and completely washed out the path. And actually there's an article here about some tourists that got stuck in the deep water there. Someone tried to swim across a raging glacial river, so probably not the smartest idea. So this is as far as you can go nowadays. To give you some idea of how much this glacier is retreating, 150 years ago it was 2 kilometers that way, back down the track. So in 150 years, 2 kilometers of that ice, and it would have reached the sides of this valley, has all disappeared. That's pretty mind-blowing. So who knows how many more generations it's going to be around for, but yeah, pretty amazing. There's like waterfalls, just water spewing out of the rocks here, and what a cool spot. And no one else at the lookout, imagine that. It's pretty quiet, that's for sure. So yeah, amazing spot. Alright, we just hiked up a bit of a hill, eh? What's the rock called?
Sentinel Rock.
Sentinel Rock. Now Chelsea was just telling me that this rock we're on top of, you can see how high we are up from the river, this was under the ice, just starting to show through the ice 150 years ago, and now the ice is all the way back there. So that's pretty mind-blowing. That's 2 kilometers away, and this used to be under the ice 150 years ago. So whew.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah. I wonder if our kids will be able to see it. I don't know. How crazy is this with COVID and the lockdowns and everything here in New Zealand? This car park, there are just 2 cars in it. Pretty hard to believe. I know we came up, Chelsea and I came up here, we're trying to recall, but years and years ago, but you know, this sort of thing would normally be full of camper vans. You've got parking all here. It's double the size down there. Just crazy. A bit sad for the area as well, because you can definitely tell it's hit hard here. The, you know, tourism's down. A lot of the restaurants and motels and stuff are shut, which is unfortunate. Yeah, good for us when we're exploring, but unfortunate for everyone else. Alright, so behind me is the single lane bridge that goes over the creek. So the glacier was further up that valley there. This is the single lane bridge into town. Now a couple of years ago, the locals stood right here where we are now and watched this whole bridge just slowly move down the river when they had a big flood. Complete washout. This is the new rebuilt version. There was also a local here who had a big dump truck, and he would load cars in on the bank after the bridge washed away. He'd drive a car in the back of his dump truck and he'd take you across the river. I can't remember how much it cost or if he was doing it for free, but pretty cool. He was just ferrying people back and forth all day that were stuck in the back of this giant dump truck. And then he got shut down. The local council said no, it's unsafe, health and safety, all that sort of thing, and he got shut down. So they had to rebuild the bridge. Pretty amazing. It's really squeaking now for some reason though. Almost like it's a suspension bridge, I'm not sure. Alright, well that was pretty good timing with the glacier walk because it's starting to rain again. So this is where we've been camped out for the last few days. This is the Franz Joseph NZMCA park. Big gravel car park and all this kind of old native bush. Views of the mountains, you can hear helicopters going up there. Town's about 2 minutes that way, so pretty ideal. So yeah, just kind of parked up here. There's only, what, 3-4 other people here, so it's been pretty quiet. Now we've just had like a really good run. If you've been following along in our West Coast adventure, we've had a really good run of freedom camping. Greymouth, north of Greymouth, Brunner Lake or Lake Brunner, heaps of cool spots. We're getting into the kind of strange part of the country now where there isn't a lot of freedom camping. These really touristy spots where it hasn't been kind of, the councils aren't that great with freedom camping around here. The Wanakas, the Queenstowns, the glacier part of the country here. So yeah, NZMCA park though, pretty perfect. $5 a night per adult. So yeah, we're just going to hang out here this afternoon. I think tomorrow we might start heading down to Fox Glacier. I have a feeling that's closed off at the moment because of some slips, so I'm not sure if we can even go there. And there's also Lake Mattherson, the famous mirrored lake here. You see a lot of photos of this certain lake when it's got a really mirrored surface, so we might check that out as well. Just going to keep making our way down the west coast. Alright, we're back on the road today. We are heading down past Fox Glacier to Haast. I don't know a lot about Haast or what's there.
No, just where you get on the Haast Pass to get over the Alps.
Yeah. It's kind of, we're getting towards the bottom now of the west coast. You can go a little bit further south from Haast to Jackson Bay, so we might go and check that out.
Yeah, we've heard it's really good.
Yeah, we're going to do a day trip down there. Yeah, and that's kind of the most southern tip of the west coast until you start kind of getting around into Milford further down. So yeah, we're going to go for a little walk. We've just stopped off at Lake Matheson, the famous mirrored lake. People get fancy photos here when the lake's dead calm.
You can get the reflection of the mountains. So.
Yeah, so I thought we could let the kids stretch their legs, and then we've got another hour and a half to go down the road. So this is the famous Lake Matheson. This is the jetty lookout, and this is where people get the reflective shot of the mountains. You can't quite see the mountains because there's clouds up there, but you got Mount Cook and a bunch of other mountains up through that range there. And yeah, when this lake's dead calm, you get these cool you know, reflections of the snow on the top of the mountains on the lake. Unfortunately it's breezy. What a shame, but really nice walk. It's wheelchair friendly to this point as well, which is kind of cool. And then you can actually carry on right around the lake if you want as well. About 4 kilometres I think all up.
Welcome back to Adventures in Rosie, and the girls are just down at the jetty, and on this whole walk I've been doing parkour, and yeah.
We had a bit of a faux pas last night. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Yeah.
We arrived, 5:30 into Haast?
Yep, went and got fish and chips.
Yeah.
Thought we would park up at the Honey Cafe there in the car park, but it was full.
It was full, and there's zero freedom camping around Haast because it's normally pretty touristy, right? So we rung a campground. We said, we figured, okay, maybe we have to fork out for a night, and it was $33 for the two of us,
plus $10 per child,
so
which doubles it.
Yeah, so $63 to stay the night. That was non-powered as well, so we wouldn't have used any facilities. The kids definitely don't use any facilities for $10 each, right? So we thought, flag it. We started heading back towards Wanaka, so over the Haast Pass, which is how you get kind of from the west coast back over the mountain ranges, and we found a little dock campground.
Yeah, this is Pleasant Flat.
Pleasant Flat, yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting eaten alive by sandflies here, but pretty cool. $8 a night.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere, no cell phone service. There's a waterfall up the road we're going to go and check out, and we're just going to slowly make our way back to Wanaka and just kind of check it out as we go. But kind of a bit of a late night last night.
The kids were pretty grumpy about it, but I
think it all kind of worked out in the end because we were in the middle of nowhere, sun shining.
Yeah, they all had a good splash around in the stream this morning. There's a little 5-minute walk just from the campsite down to a beautiful stream, awesome swimming spot.
So cool spot. So we're going to go up the road now to Roaring Creek Falls, I think it's called. See you there.
This looks like the biggest waterfall on Earth.
You reckon? Alright, well we didn't get very far and we stopped again. Chelsea spotted the blue pools.
Yeah.
About sort of 15 minutes since we went to the old Thunder Creek or whatever it was called. So don't know what it is, half an hour walk off the main road.
I've seen some photos and I'm excited.
Oh, there you go. She's excited. So another stop off along the way. There's also a camping ground here which is pretty cool.
Another dock site, Cameron Flat.
Cameron Flat, yeah. There seem to be loads of dock sites on this trail. Like Chelsea's took a photo of one of the signs and there's at least half a dozen. 4. 5. No cell phone service though, that's anything, and I got work tomorrow, so we'll try and find one with cell phone service. We made it to the swing bridge. How great is this sign? Nice and easy to understand, eh? Alright, well that wasn't a bad little walk. It was about 4 kilometres up, pretty tired and sore from carrying the girls the whole way actually. This is the view from the car park. That's the road we just came up, pretty incredible. You can camp just across the road here. Cameron Flat it's called. That would be your view for the night, which is pretty amazing. Dock campground there. But it is, there's no reception here, I think I said earlier. So what we're going to do is carry on through the pass, maybe try and get a bit closer to Wanaka and see if we can find somewhere as beautiful, or half as beautiful as this, that has reception, because I got work tomorrow. So yeah, pretty cool place to stay though. I think it's about $8 a night per adult. I think there's a toilet up there. That's about it. Just you and the view. This drive keeps on getting better and better. This is the top of Lake Wanaka. How stunning is this? Alright, well our camping woes continue. We made another mistake last night. After all that driving you saw, after Blue Pools, we found a dock campsite at the top of Lake Hawea, which is the lake to the right of Lake Wanaka here down in the South Island. Now there is a dock campground there called Kids Bush, and we thought we'll stay there. And then we were driving along, we had no reception, couldn't do the GPS, and we drove straight past the turn off to Kids Bush, and we didn't realise for quite a while. So we came all the way to Lake Howea last night. We stayed in a campground. This is the view from the campground, check that out, this is the lake. So yeah, pretty incredible spot. We're just back behind me here under the trees in the shade at the moment, but yeah, powered site here. That's our view, which is pretty awesome. We do get a bit of a discount here because we're NZMCA members, so it was $33 a night, and we decided to stay a couple nights because we need to relax. We've done so much driving in the last few days, we thought, why not just soak this up for a few days and just chill out, catch our breath. So yeah, that's the plan. Now I know in the last video we were sort of complaining a bit about the cost of that campground we were going to stay at when we got a bit stuck the first time. And I mean, I guess the campground can charge whatever they like, right? I shouldn't really complain about it. It's up to us to either stay there or not stay there, vote with our wallet sort of thing. It just kind of irks me a little bit sometimes when they charge you for children. Now, I know our girls are over 2, right? So if we went on a plane, we would have to buy them seats, right? Because they're over 2. But in a campground, they're not going to use any facilities, are they? Like, they're not going to shower in the showers and use water. The power, it's going to be pretty much the same power consumption in this caravan with or without kids. So to charge $10 a night per child on top of the adults is kind of, I don't know, it seems steep. So I mean, for one night down there we get 2 nights here basically, or right on the lake, so that campground wasn't even that fancy. So yeah, hey, that is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, charging for kids kind of rubs me up the wrong way a bit. Well, sorry for my little rant there at the end, what's grinding my gears, that sort of thing. It's not that big a deal, right? You choose where you want to stay. Chelsea did mention as well that it's probably for the playgrounds and that sort of thing as well. So there are some things for children at campgrounds, of course there are. Now, next video, we are going to ditch the Lakes District. We're not going to go to Wanaka or anywhere like that. We are going to go to Cromwell and stay on the side of Lake Dunstan down there. There's some awesome freedom camping spots we're going to go and check out. So yeah, we're going to go and soak up some sun lakeside in the next video. We've also got a ton of stuff arriving for the Christmas giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Can't wait to show you that. We've also got Mount Cook and Tekapo on the cards as well. So pretty busy month ahead for us. Christmas giveaway, Mount Cook, loads of stuff to do. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned. See you in the next video.